If you're still delivering wedding photos with Dropbox or Google Drive, you're not just simplifying your workflow. You might be disconnecting your delivery from the level of brand and care you worked so hard to build. After almost 15 years shooting weddings between Italy and now California, I learned something important. Delivery is not the end of the service, it's part of the brand experience. It's the final chapter of the story we are responsible for. And when delivery is intentional, refined and beautifully presented, it reinforces your positioning. It protects the perceived value of your work. And it allows you to extend that same level of quality into an online gallery first and then into albums and prints. So the preservation matches the photography. When the experience stays elevated all the way through delivery, you're not just serving better, you're creating space for revenue to happen naturally. Well, in this video, I'll show you the exact system that I use to deliver galleries in a way that feels aligned with my aesthetic, with my brand positioning, and the level of care my clients truly deserve. Hi, I'm Stefano and I'm a wedding photographer working between Italy and now California. And for years I treated delivery as the final technical step. Export, upload, send link, done. It worked, but it didn't feel aligned with the level of care I was putting into the wedding day itself. And that's when I understood, if photography experience is curated and intentional, delivery has to be curated and intentional too. Because the experience doesn't end when the camera turns off. It ends when the story is fully placed in their hands. Pic-Time has been part of my workflow for several years, and I personally pay for the platform. Recently they reached out about a partnership, which I was genuinely happy about, because I care deeply about aligning with brands that reflects the same level of quality, intention, and client experience I try to deliver. If you decide to use my link below, I might receive a commission at no extra cost for you. That said, everything I'm sharing today reflects how I truly run my wedding business. If it didn't elevate the experience for my clients, I wouldn't associate my name with it. A few years ago, I was delivering clients like most photographers. Export, upload to Drive, send link. It worked, but it fell off. It didn't reflect the emotion of the day. It didn't reflect the investment. It didn't reflect the trust couple placed in me. And that started to bother me. Because if I expect couples to value my work at a high level, I need to honor the same level in every step of the process. That's when I realized delivery isn't just about sending files. It's about continuing to serve well. So I started asking myself a simple question. If I care about the experience during the wedding day, why wouldn't I care about the experience after it? I tried a few different gallery systems. Some were fine, but something was always missing. Sometimes it was the design, sometimes it was simplicity, sometimes it was the way albums and prints were integrated. Yes, Pic-Time had more features, but that's not what made me switch. What made me switch was alignment. The presentation felt elevated. The client journey felt intuitive. The print and album quality matched the level I wanted my brand to represent. The features supported the philosophy, not the other way around. And for me, that difference mattered. So let me show you exactly how I use it in real weddings, not as a tool, but as a part of my brand experience. When a couple opens their gallery, that moment should feel calm, refined, and intentional. Clean design, elegant layout, mobile accessibility, easy sharing with family. But for me, there's something else that matters. I'm a hybrid shooter, so the story isn't just still images. It's movement, it's atmosphere, it's those few seconds of wind in the veil, the champagne popping, the first hug after the ceremony. So being able to include short video clips or animated moments directly inside the gallery makes the experience feel complete, not separate, not photos here, video somewhere else. One cohesive story. And that continuity elevates the experience, because serving well means presenting the memory in the most natural way possible. Let's talk about albums and prints, not as an alternative to digital, but as part of a complete system. The online gallery keeps the story accessible and easy to share. Prints and albums give it permanence. When couples can move seamlessly from viewing their gallery to ordering a refined album and prints, the experience feels cohesive. And when preservation matches the level of the photography, the story feels complete. That alignment matters. Revenue follows, but the priority is always finishing the experience well. Now let's talk about automation. This is where structure meets business. One thing I learned over the years is that timing matters. During wedding week, couples are overwhelmed. They are traveling, they are settling back into life. They're not thinking about albums. Months later, especially around their anniversary, something shifts. Emotions come back naturally. That's when they're ready. Automation allows the system to respond to that moment. Not aggressively, not with constant emails, just at the right time. And here's where I'll be direct. Without that structure, revenue gets lost. Not because couples don't care. And yes, this has significantly increased post-wedding revenue in my business. But more importantly, it ensures that more weddings are preserved properly. For me, that balance matters. Service first, structure supporting it, revenue as a result. Another part of the system that I value a lot is vendor galleries. After every wedding, I add vendors to the gallery. Florists, planners, venues. Not as a marketing trick, but as recognition. They helped create that day. Giving them access to relevant images is part of professional respect. With AI selection tool, I can quickly curate images specific to each vendor. Floral details for the florist, design moments for the planner, strong architectural frames for the venue. It's simple and organized, and it saves everyone time. What happens next is natural. They share the images, they credit properly, they refer when the opportunity comes. But it's not forced. It grows from collaboration. When the entire vendor team feels supported, your brand becomes part of a stronger ecosystem. And that kind of positioning compounds over time. There is one feature that I think is incredibly useful. Couples can mark their favorite images directly inside the gallery. And for me, that becomes real feedback. Not abstract feedback, not comments week after, but clear signals. Over time, I start seeing patterns, which moments they return to, whether it's wide environmental frame, tight emotional portraits, or quiet in-between gestures. Sometimes the images I considered secondary are the ones that connect with most. And that changes how I shoot. It pushes me to pay closer attention to certain expressions, to anticipate reactions differently, to stay a second longer in moments that matter, and to simplify when emotions are stronger than aesthetics. It becomes a form of training, basically. Every wedding teaches me something about how people experience their own story. It's not just useful for sharing online. It sharpens my awareness, and over time, it makes me more intentional behind the camera. And probably even a better photographer overall. It becomes a creative intelligence system. There is another benefit I didn't fully expect. I use it constantly. All my weddings are accessible online, so if I need an image for Instagram or my website or for YouTube, for example, I can access it directly from my phone. No external drives, no searching through all catalogs. It keeps everything fluid. And for someone who creates content regularly, that makes a real difference. But beyond work, I also use it in a more personal way. I keep curated galleries for my family, and they genuinely love being able to revisit those moments easily. So this is the delivery system I use for my own business. For me, delivery isn't just logistics, it's part of the experience. And if you want to test it for yourself, I've left a free trial link down below. You can try it with one real wedding and see how it feels in practice, not in theory, if it aligns with how you want to serve your clients. And let me know down in the comments how you currently deliver your galleries. And if you care about refining not just how you shoot, but how you present and preserve your work, make sure you're subscribed, because in the next videos I'll break down exactly how I edit and build consistency behind the scenes. Ciao e a presto!